And today, some participants are new. Anyone who would like to give just basic information related to this test structure and format and how we can work on it. Anyone who would like to add about it? Yes, I'm just going to share my screen.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Actually, today is my first session in this lot, and I have just started preparing about IELTS. Recently, actually, I have been accepted by a professor in the US. But the thing is, I appeared for Duolingo English test in March, but uh, unfortunately, that university is not accepting Duolingo, so I need to appear in IELTS as soon as possible. And in past maybe 4 to 5 days, what I have observed in art speaking, there are three sections. First is related to introduction, and the second one is cue card, and the third is related to follow-ups related to section part 2, I guess. So I would love to hear any tips or suggestion that you can give to me so that I can improve in. I know it's a quite long process to improve art speaking, but I would love to hear from you so that I can improve in maybe 15 days because I don't have enough time. I will need to appear in arts as soon as possible, maybe next month.
Okay, thank you, sir, for giving the basic information related to this test. And I hope so new participant got the just basic idea. Otherwise, our recordings are pinned in sheet which is mm, in the Slack channel under the pin sections. So you can find our recordings. We have also discussed basic structure. We also discussed marking criteria. We also discussed each criteria individually one day beside having practice in different sessions. So when you will open the sheet, you will find all the information. So it depends on in which areas are you facing struggles. Like, do you have the problem of fluency? Like, you have a lot of fillers, then you can go to that lecture. One thing about pronunciation is that you can improve your pronunciation, you can bring clarity, you can increase you can have intonation in your language, like rise and fall of tone. But the one thing which is very difficult in being a non-native speaker, for us, it is not achievable as soon as possible. That is a stress, word stress, sentence stress, like how these words are stressed. They are following rules for each word. So it is not um, I don't think so. It is an achievable task for being a non-native speaker. But I would say that if you work on clarity and intonation in pronunciation part, it will help you to achieve a good score. In fluency and coherence, if I summarize all the stuff, you need to work on fluence. Like you need to speak fluently. Fluently means you don't have self hesitation. You're not excessively overcorrecting. You are not excessively correcting yourself. You are not repeating yourself, and you are using linking devices appropriately. So these are the three major things which we need to focus in fluency and coherence marking criteria. Coherence means how your idea is connected, and in band 8 and 9 it is also written your answers should be to the person, like relevant, not you are talking about too much off topic. So although it is a language test, but in certain parts in band 8 or 9 in marking band criteria they mention. And one thing is that you are able to speak at length, like at a certain length. Like for part 1 you can't say yes I like. If someone is asking, "Do you like to go outside?" You can't say yes. You can't say yes. I like because it gives me relaxation. At least you need to speak for a specific length. So you are willing to speak at length without making too much effort. So if I summarize under the fluency and coherence, these are the four major things which you can work. And if I move to further, in the third marking criteria, which is grammatical range and accuracy, many people say we need to speak accurately. Accuracy is one part under this section, but there are many other things like are you able to produce a variety of complex and simple sentences? You can't say this is often. You need to make the complex sentences. Complex sentences are which are joined by different conjunctive words, but they are simple, but these are joined by different words. And the third thing which occurs in this part is that grammatical structures. Are you willing to speak different variety of structures? Like, are you willing to talk about in present perfect? Are you willing to talk about in future? Are you able to use complex structures? Are you able to use specific? So I'm not saying you should use all of them in sentence, but you should use. So this is also a one lecture on it. You can find the list recording of this lecture. So this is something and we discuss variety of complex structures which we can use in this part. So these are the three parts, and if I move to the fourth part, and you need to make sure there's not one thing. Many people say speaking accurately okay, but when you will move to the higher band score, you will notice that there are not just simple sentences, there are complex sentences as well during speaking. So fourth criteria is lexical resource, and this is uh, how you can use uh, different topic specific words, and these can be just not common word, how you can use less common words, like good is very common word, and what are alternative synonyms of this word, but these are not most common, so there are plenty of them. So same cases that another thing, and band higher band is also where you can use idiomatic language naturally, like you are not fitting those idioms which they are not making sense. So this is also the come, but and words doesn't mean you are using incorrectly. Make sure you are using rightly. So these are the different things that comes in this section. So I summarized all the necessary things which are required, and you can analyze based on all these things you're speaking. You can read the manuscripts like how our exam is marked. So one last thing I want to mention. So to improve our lexical resource part of this test, we are going through with this book. I hope so. This book is visible to you, and we're taking or doing a practice test with this book. And after doing the test, we go through the answers. We don't see the answer before the when we are answering. We don't see what is written on this book. But when we're done, we usually highlight certain words that is topic specific, and you need to go through day by day so that you can learn them. Learning is not just enough in this context. You need to use in your daily practice. Like when you will use daily practice, then you will know how to use them correctly. And it is not recommended to use recently and newly learned words in the real exam, because this are likely that you are not going to use it correctly. So if you are habitual of using the words in the sentences context, then you should use in the real exam. So you need to make a habit of learning and then using in your daily practice. In that way, you can get the idea. Moreover, when you will go through with this book, you will find that the topic which you found difficult, like art, you think that you are lacking ideas, you are lacking words to describe that topic. So you can also go through certain topics in this book. All the resources are pinned in Slack channel. You can go there and can access. This is a summarization of all these things which we covered. And if you want to see specific topic, you can go there and can find the recording. But I would not recommend you to watch the practice recording. These are just practice session. If you're finding difficulty in any part, you can see the important lecture like fluency and coherence pronunciation, which we have discussed. Apart from that, there are not specific recommendation for watching practice session. So come here in the live session and do the practice and get the feedback from others and give feedback to others. In that way, we will improve and we can score higher score in the real exam. If you have any question, you may ask. Otherwise, we can move to our practice session.
Okay, I just have a simple question that is actually I require for now I'm just targeting 6.5 in each module. So is it possible that to achieve 6.5 easily, or it depends upon the level of certain individuals? What would you recommend, like, because I need to see the other modules as well, and I often have meetings with my professor related to research. So I'm a bit nervous also because I just have the one opportunity. I like can't appear more than once uh, in I would say more than 1 month.
It varies from one person to one person. Yeah, in
Like if
many
just if
areas.
I, for example, if I just focus on the sentences like simple, if I know how to use compound and complex sentences, and apart from it, if I am familiar with the conditional sentences, and likewise the grammar and these kind of points which are
आवाज आहिस्ता करो.
required to write.
Okay, these are the different contexts. Like it varies from one person to one another person. Certain persons even clear the exam within a week and achieve. There are certain person who clear their exam took the month. So it, there are different factors involved in this context. And some people are habitual of reading different books and listening. So when they enter in the exam and practice different tests, they do not find difficult. So first you need to familiarize yourself with different type of question and uh, identify how different type of questions are um, Mm, how different type of questions are solved in this exam questions context like listening and reading. So in that way, and then go for a practice or mock test under exam condition. And either you're going to like do the reading passage within 60 minutes, 60 minutes required to complete one reading. And are you able to understand the listening when it is played, and because it will be played once in the real exam. So based on under exam condition, after familiarization, try to assess yourself how much score are you getting. And if you are getting 7 in listening and reading, you are probably able to get 6.5 in the real exam in that module. And for writing, you need to go through for writing. For speaking, also get her feedback and also get and read the different marking criteria, like what examiners are looking in band 6 for speaking and writing marking criteria. What things like I have mentioned in each marking criteria, there are 4, and each marking criteria there are certain things which you need to do this beside accuracy. Writing doesn't mean you are producing the sentences accurately. For example, you are writing answering the question for part 2, and if you are not developing your ideas, like you are just giving many ideas in body paragraph 1 or 2. So for getting higher band, you need to develop your answer. Like you need to describe one idea in body paragraph 1, and then you need to develop these answers and support your idea. It depends on which type of idea you need to come based on the question type. And if you're doing the writing task 1, and if you're not then if in writing task 2, if you're not writing conclusion, you will lose marks and you will not get higher. And if same case, if you are uh, doing the writing task 1, and if you all of are missing overview part, you're not going to get higher band of, I think, if you miss the overview, you will not get, I think, 5 or 6 above. You must write overview, and you need to identify overall trends. And when you write overview, you don't describe about data in overview part. You need to identify the major trends, like it is the line graph is increasing, decreasing, and if there is uncertain changes at certain time. So this is how. And conclusion part for writing task 2 and for writing task 1, overview is very necessary. And one major mistake we don't need to make, like if you don't have enough time left in the real exam, you must come to the conclusion part and write and then complete the body paragraphs, because conclusion is very necessary. Same is overview part is very necessary. Then how you are going to describe the data points. So these are the certain mistakes which we need to avoid, and worst thing we need to focus. So as I mentioned, so these are the things you must know. And when we're talking about speaking, so these are the different things which we need to focus. Although accent doesn't matter in speaking, it should not affect your clarity. So keep this one thing in mind. And are you pronouncing words clearly? Like, is it understandable? Are you speaking fluently? Are you able to use um, variety of structures? Are you able to speak accurately? So these are the different things which we need to focus. So as we're doing here practice, you can come here for speaking practice. There are many session going on. People for remaining modules, and there's an entire course which discuss all these things. Like there is for when the entire one course is run for this test, then they discuss our four modules. And usually speaking module lasts for 1 week. They discuss and do some practice for, but this course is specifically speaking, and if you want to do every day, so that's the reason. For other modules, if you're facing difficulty in any part like listening and reading, check go in the session and find and discuss with the trainer that you're facing and how you can overcome. And same those trainers are also evaluating and giving feedback on your writing. So join those weeks. So there's a 1 week for each module. After one module, they move to the next module. So I hope so you got your answers. If anyone has question, you may ask. Otherwise, we can move to our practice session. Anyone has question, or should I move to our practice session? All right. If no one has question, I can move to our practice session, and let's start our practice. Can you let me know my screen is visible to you or not?
No, ma'am.
Let me check. Let me check. Then I will let you know. Okay, is there? Okay, someone asked the question, what is the agenda of the today question? We do here practice, and in the previous session we discussed different topics and resources. So nowadays we're doing practice here. So let me share my screen and then okay. Meanwhile, I am sharing the screen. If anyone has a question, you may ask. And if you want to share some tips with participants, how we can achieve and improve our speaking module within just short time frame, as I mentioned, so you are welcome to share with other participants.
Ma'am, I want to share, I don't know whether they know about it or not, but from past 2 days, I found a Discord channel related to IELTS where you can speak with uh, foreigners sometimes uh, in a speaking session. So they simply you schedule a session and you can talk about the topics related to the IELTS.
All right. Mm, if it is helpful, other participants can consider it for speaking.
Yes, because I noticed there I found 2 to 3 foreigners from Great Britain, and their accent was too like tough to catch their words, and they give you the honest feedback like uh, because as a Pakistani or a Asian we use sometimes those words which are not like necessary. Let's say actually we use too much actually in our sentences or so. So they identify you and tell you the honest feedback like
Can you name those persons, sir?
uh, let me check ma'am. There's a link. I will share it later.
Okay, you can mention the name of those persons as well, so that other can give mock test to them and can take
Okay.
the like. I would say remain open to get feedback from different humans, and different humans can provide you might be a same feedback and might be different, and you will notice what major area you need to bring improvement if the multiple people are giving you the same thing to improve. So this is the one benefit of taking test or giving
Yes.
mock test to different humans. Moreover, you can know about like you can build confidence when speaking in front of strangers. As we know, examiner will be uh, known for us when we sit in the exam. So
Yes, ma'am. The name of the Discord channel is IELTS Prep, and I will share the link in the channel later. There you have the option like if you want to join a speaking pair where you will maybe talk to another person one to one, and you also have the option to join a speaking squad where there will be multiple person talking on a specific topic. So it depends upon you like how you prefer or I observe that it's really beneficial for if you want to really want to improve your English.
and you mentioned there are certain people who are from British and can provide you.
Uh, Actually, ma'am, they come randomly. You just mentioned in the although they provide for other modules as well, but you just mentioned the tag speaking partner, and there are multiple voice channels in their Discord server. So you just join. Maybe if you want to join a pair channel where you will talk to one another person. So it depends upon your luck if a person from English speaking country available, he will simply join the that voice channel, and you will be able to talk to him. Because in the first 2 days, I got 2 persons from Great Britain, and they were very helpful for me. And yesterday, I got an interaction with some Indians or Palestinians. They were also good in speaking, and many of the persons there are quite like experience. They have appeared in art maybe more than 4 to 5 times, and they are now appearing again. So it can help you a lot, I feel.
Why they appeared 4 to 5 times and then they are appearing again?
It's because arts expire after two years.
All right.
There was a person from India. It will be his fourth time, and the first time he appeared was in back in 2018. So he was just practicing, and luckily I got an interaction with him, and he gave me some valuable tips, like what he did in last 4 or 3. speaking session in his real ALT test.
Alright, so there are different person like from all around the world, and you can find. Oh yeah, I hope so. In that way, will help you. Okay, if anyone has further question, you may ask, or any point you would like to add, you can ask. Otherwise, I can move to the topic.
Ma'am, can you tell us about the tips of how to build our confidence so that we can speak in front of foreigners or multiple audience?
Don't worry about yourself. Like if you are at the beginner level, don't think too much that many people are experts. Sometimes when we meet with in person and we think that they are good than us, and then we don't speak in front of them, but we forget one thing, like if someone is fluently speaking in front of you, there might be a reason that person spends a lot of time to improve. So everyone at the beginning level is not much good, and sometimes we have interaction with the person who is at the advanced level, and we thought that they are good and we are unable to do, but we don't see the things, the efforts they have put. So whenever you get a chance, speak there and find the weakness areas and improve it. Other than that, if you are not speaking, then you will not be able to build confidence. You need to speak in front of others in whatever the situation is. All right. If anyone has addition to this person, you may add it. Otherwise, we can move to our practice session. So, okay, anyone who
Ma'am,
would like to?
I have
Yes, sir.
shared the link in chat, the Discord channel, and there you will find even the person with a beginner level. When you talk with some beginners, then the hesitation will, you will feel that you can now talk fluently after speaking to maybe 2 to 3 persons. So it can really help, I felt.
Thank you, sir, for sharing. I hope so. It will be helpful for participant. Anyone who would like to give answers for part one as a practice test, or anyone who would like to take my test instead of giving. Anyone? If you want to practice, I can take your test, and if you would like to take my test, you can take it. Am I audible? Can anybody confirm? Hello, Sir Esan or Sir Suhaib, can you confirm that I am audible or not? And would you like to do practice test? Alright, if you want to see answers of other person, you can just start my test and sharing the screen. Alright, you can just ask the question for me and you can provide me feedback. I have opened the topic. Can you ask the question for me? Hello, sir. Sir, can you ask question? Okay, sir. If it is your first class, it is not a problem. You can just ask me question. The topic is teachers, and I would give the answers. You can be my. Okay, we are here for practice. I will answer the question, and you can ask, and then you can analyze how I am answering the question and how then you can give it. It will help you. You can just ask the question. So topic is teachers. You can. I have opened the first question. You can start asking from me.
मैम अभी ये ना मेरी फर्स्ट क्लास है तो ना मुझे इसका इतना ज़्यादा पता है, आइट्स का भी मेरे कुछ भी नहीं पता ना, स्टार्ट से भी नहीं।
All right. So there are three parts as a Baha mentioned. In each part we have certain type of question. Currently I have opened the part one, which topic is teachers, and there are different questions as I written here. So you can ask one by one question and I will answer them, and then you will get the idea how what is the part one and how these questions are answered. So you just need to ask the question. I'm not asking you to answer the question, and you will then get the idea how you can answer the question.
मैंने
The
ना
topic is
पिछले लेक्चर में देखा था ना, उसमें वो बता रहे थे 3 या 4 पार्ट्स होते हैं ना, एक लिसनिंग होता है, स्पीकिंग होता है और वो राइटिंग होता है इसमें।
yes, this is speaking practice session, and we are here for speaking practice. I'm also doing speaking practice, and if you don't want to answer first and you want to be my examiner, you can ask the question. Question are visible on the screen, and the topic is teacher. Can you start asking the question now?
आई थिंक मैम मुझे इतना ज़्यादा समझ नहीं आ रहा है इसका भी।
Alright, question asking is not difficult. All questions are written on the screen. You can just read and can ask the question. Okay, let me ask to Sir Wahab. Sir Wahab, can you ask the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so you can see that I and Sir Wahab will do the practice one by one, and then you will notice we're doing here for part one, and then we will move to the next section of the part. You can observe us and then you can try. So sir, we do the topics which are not common from this book, sir. I have opened the teacher's topic and I have never spoken on this topic, so that is the reason I have opened this topic.
Okay. So, do you like wearing t-shirts?
Okay, what happened? Let me open. I think page have been changed. Okay, so can you ask the question again?
Okay. Do you like wearing t-shirts?
No, I have never wore any kind of t-shirts. Being a female, I prefer to have loose shirts and trousers.
Okay.
Let me open this. Okay, I'm opening all the questions. You can see while I will not look at the answers.
Okay, great. So, how often do you wear t-shirts?
As I mentioned, I'm not I'm not wearing any kind of t-shirts nowadays. However, in the past, when I was a child, I preferred to have certain kinds of t-shirts which I wore once in a week.
Okay. Do you like t-shirts with pictures or prints?
I want to have t-shirts with simple prints instead of pictures. I think so. Pictures do not provide pretty look when you are wearing, so it is better to have shirts without any kind of picture.
Okay. Do you think older people who wear t-shirts are fashionable?
I don't think so. Their style of wearing shirt and the type of clothes which they are preferring is not trending nowadays. instead of that, which are most common in fashion, are those worn by youngsters. I think so. Old people would like to have simple shirts, while a youngster want to have shirts with a lot of pictures, different prints, and sometimes they want to have twice images and photos on their shirts.
Uh, Okay, ma'am, that's the end, maybe, I guess. Okay, there's one more. Would you buy t-shirts as souvenirs on vacation?
Yes, I would like to buy to keep as a memory for myself. And I have noticed that when certain vacations are happening, and if we meet for a person who is very popular in our country, we can take autograph of that person in this shirt, and then we can keep as a souvenir for myself, and I can I can see the shirt again and again, so that I can recall that person memory of that day.
Okay, ma'am, that's the end of your speaking module 3, I guess, or 1.
So if you have any feedback, you can provide me.
Okay, ma'am, what I have observed, in certain questions, like the starting question, you like used maybe 2 to 3 sentences, which I feel should be like, could be more than that. I know
Yeah,
there are some questions which don't demand like specific length, but if you like can add some more sentences, then it will be good, which I feel.
yes, sir. I also noticed today my first answer was short, like I can even speak one or two more complex sentence in that person.
Yes, ma'am.
I think topic was not which is common being a Pakistani woman, and we are not wearing these kind of t-shirts. So that is the reason I don't have much knowledge, and that is the reason I am bringing unknown topics here, so that we can speak on unfamiliar topic and make ourselves comfortable to speak on any topic, even if if it occurs in the exam, and we need to handle that topic, either we know about it or not. So after answering the question, we explore what is written in that. So, do you have any other feedback?
Ma'am, what I have observed that if you are unfamiliar with the topic, then it's good to speak like maybe up to 2 sentences. Uh, Someone told me that it could happen that if you like try to extend the answer length, then you make mistakes. Because when you try, if you don't know about the topic and try to extend the length of the question, it could be possible you made some mistakes which could lead to a negative impact. This is what I'm thinking, but sometimes I feel we should speak about at least 3 sentences, maybe, or
Yes, we can speak at a specific length, but we don't need to make too much lengthy, because these are not the part of it's a part one, and we, because sometimes we noticed that one of the trainer in one session said, if you examiner want to give band 7 above, he want to give some difficult questions in part 3 as well to judge you. So an examiner can throw different kind of questions. We don't need to worry about it. We need to make ourselves in the habit of speaking on any topic as specified, if not more than, but we should be able to speak at a specified length if any topic comes in front of us, and we don't know nothing about it, because this is the 15-minute times and we need to show our skills, so that we can score higher band. So if we will not, and we'll think about and take tension of the topic not being familiar to us, and we will lose our marks. So it is better we practice different topics. So that is the reason I have started following this book in this session, and we do practice for part one, part two, and part three. After doing practice, we analyze, read the answer, and then understand what is written in that book and how we can use that words. If so, Rasan, I hope so you got the idea how one can be a candidate. In that case, I was a candidate answering the question while Sir Wahab was my examiner. So how this is exam is conducted. I hope so you got the basic idea. No.
Yes.
So
Can
this
you, ma'am,
method does not.
ask the same questions for me so that I can try?
Yes, I am also moving to your side as well. I was just saying that suggesting how it is easy to conduct the test, and when you uh, either take other tests or give the test, and when you take the other feedback to that, it will improve your overall performance, because you need to think about if these things are the things which I need to work on myself. So always give feedback others and take from others. So let's start. Have you ever wore t-shirts?
Yes, I do. T-shirts are really comfortable and convenient, especially in warm weather. I usually wear them when I am at home or hanging out with friends casually. They are just easy to throw on and go.
Okay, one thing I have noticed in this one question, I think you understand the question which is written on the screen. Is Sana what I say? You said that I do, like I said, do you wear t-shirt? You said I do. But the question which I asked was different. What is written here? I said, have you ever wore t-shirts? Like, have you ever wore t-shirt in the past? So you need to answer the question in that context.
Okay, got it. So it was related to past, but I answered in present.
Yeah, I do, and which like wearing. So
Okay.
be careful. Put attention. What is the examiner is asking? So, do you think t-shirts with pictures or prints are good to wear?
Yes, I do like t-shirts with prints, especially if they have a cool design or meaningful quote. It adds a bit of personality to what you are wearing, I feel. But I'm a bit picky, I would say. I prefer simple ones. Sometimes also wear plain t-shirts if I want a cleaner look.
Okay, can you explain what does it mean when you say a bit of personality?
Okay, it means like if shirt has some kind of design, so it adds maybe your personality is a bit good. Also, it doesn't make the sense, but I'm just answering it because sometimes you don't know like what you say and speaking randomly.
I think we can say it can provide. We can look nice. It can provide a stylish look. If we are following latest trends. So I think these are the good words. If anyone has the word in that context, you may describe like what we say if we are reading and we're looking nice. Like some say, this such t-shirts can suit you. So this is also the way we describe in the context of dresses, clothes. Like we can say, t-shirt suits on me every time. So that is the reason. So if anyone has further ideas in this context, you can provide me to us. All right. If no one has addition, then we can move forward. Do you think older people who wear t-shirts are fashionable?
Well, fashion is not limited by age, and I think older people can look very stylish in t-shirts, especially when they choose ones that suit their personality and pair them well with other clothing.
Okay. Look, older people look stylish. Do you think this sentence is correct?
Which one? Older people look?
Look stylish. In my opinion, it is not. Your sentence start was good. Like fashion is not limited to any age. But I have noticed I noticed that older people look stylish. I don't think so. It is we can restructure this sentence.
Yes, I said can look very stylish. Is it good or
Can look. It can provide stylish look.
yeah? I think older people can look very stylish in t-shirts.
We need to
Yeah,
confirm.
yeah, it could be improved if you have.
Yeah, because yes, this is how when we use new words, we use it incorrectly. So this is what I was saying. We need to make a habit of or practice of using all different kinds of words, and we don't need to use any new word which we learned recently, and we're not habit of using in our daily routine. So this is how even I have noticed that many people do this mistake. They just learn words and they don't use in sentence while practice, and when they use newly words in the exam, as a result they use them incorrectly. So that is the way that is the reason it is recommended by one YouTuber that we don't need to use newly learned words on the real exam. We need to use them the ones we know, not only know, the ones we are already using them for a certain period of time.
Okay.
Do you have so many t-shirts in your wardrobe?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you have
This,
so many t-shirts in your wardrobe?
yes, I have a lot of t-shirts in my wardrobe, especially uh, for casual. I have some t-shirts which are quite attractive, so I can mix and match depending on the occasion. Some are plain, while other do have prints and logos. They are just really comfortable, so I end up wearing them a lot.
Okay, you can say for casual. Sometimes you don't say the entire idea and you move to the next without finishing their sentence. So you said for casual, and then you started the next point. So you need to say for casual wearing.
Okay, so you mean I need to clarify that sentence before moving into the next
You need
idea,
to
maybe?
finish that idea before moving to the next one. Like for casual, you can say for casual wearing, for
Okay.
casual dressing. I feel comfortable while wearing them. So these are so many sentences which we can say. So let's see what is we have done practice. And I think this is the one thing you need to restructure your sentences. I don't find like much fillers in your words. And if I say, Abral, you need to use the words correctly, appropriately, and you need to uh, make your structures correctly. One thing I have noticed that you have not used linking devices. You also need to use them at a appropriate time with correct shoes. Linking devices, moreover, however, additionally, that helps to bring a coherence and connectivity.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So there was no problem with pronunciation. If anyone has feedback for Sir Wahab, you are welcome to add and give to Sir Wahab. All right, let's move. Let's read the answer. What is written in this book and which words we can use while describing. So, in my opinion, sir, this topic is very common for being male and many males wear. So you can easily talk about this topic. You should be better than describing these answers because I know you can say I wear different colors of shirt. I have casual I think you were lacking the words to describe the thing. So that's just the reason this happened. I hope so. I am right. This thing happened to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think you also export these are 220 topics per part one in this book, and we're doing in this and apart besides this session, you can explore different topics. You can start from the bottom. Like I am following this book from the start of the book. Like I've started from one topic to onwards to discuss in session, and same is case for part two and part three. Today, I think we will not get much time for part two and three practice. Tomorrow we will start. practice from part 2. So what I am doing, I am doing in session and just going through different topics which are we find difficult while describing. So, and what I am doing when I have a free time, I would like to see those topics from the bottom, so that I have started from the top in the session and I am following those topics from the bottom in my free time. So you can do this from the, if you are in this session regular, you will see we will discuss different topics. We not only do practice, but after that we check what is present and find some words. And when I have time, I go through different words so that I can, these words stay in my mind and I can use while practicing. So let's quick the reading of this person. Yes, I enjoy wearing t-shirts because they are incredibly comfortable and versatile. They come in an array of colors and styles, which allows me to express my personality through my wardrobe. In contrast, formal shirts are usually limited to more subdued colors like white or blue, making t-shirts a more vibrant option. Additionally, t-shirts can be easily paired with various bottoms, making them suitable for different occasions. Overall, I find t-shirts to be a staple in my casual attire. Okay, can anyone would like to explain the word attire in this context? Okay, we have seen there are a lot of words which are used in this topic and we were not able to use, like they express my personality. Sir, the one thing which you want to describe, styles, array of colors, wardrobe, formal t-shirts, pairs with buttons, subdued colors, comfortable. We have seen that we got a lot of words to describe the same topic which we were not able to use. Okay, subdued means light colors.
Subdued, I guess light. I'm not sure. Let me
Yes,
check.
yes, it means light colors. So another word which I got, so same, casual attire. Anyone who would like to uh, describe about that word? This word meaning is basically in context of clothing, like casual dressing. So you can say this is a replace for cloth keyword. While I don't wear t-shirt frequently during the winter months due to the colder temperatures, I practically live and then during the summer. In fact, I wear t-shirts almost every other day when the weather is warm, as they provide the breathability and comfort I need. They are perfect for casual outings. So outing is another word. Longing, launching at home, or even running errands. The seasonal preferences. So we can say the seasonal preference. An essential part of my summer wardrobe, we have highlighted this one. Therefore, self in cooler temperatures and stunning natural landscapes. Additionally, my usage of t-shirts largely depends on the weather. So this question revolves around the seasonal preferences. I have never given much thought to whether I prefer printed t-shirts or plain. Okay, we can use the word printed t-shirts or plain keyword. However, I have noticed that most of my t-shirts feature various prints, finding them printed designs can add a unique flair to my outfit. Okay, our outfit we can talk about overall unique flair to my outfit and makeup statement. These graphics, okay, graphics we can also describe about, and we know this words can be used in this context. Often reflects my interest or favorite themes, which makes them more personal and enjoyable to wear. While I appreciate the plain simplicity of plain, the prints tend to capture my attention more. Thus, I tend to gravitate towards t-shirts with interesting designs. So we have seen there are different types of, like we can use different words we can use in that context. Let's review remaining questions as well. If we choose to be teachers are often considered fashionable, we can use the word. The perception is particularly notable because many older people typically opt for formal attire. Formal, we can replace the word casual, which can sometimes appear quite conservative. By embracing t-shirts, they showcase a sense of we can use a sense of style and comfort that resonates with modern trend. This choice reflects a more relaxed and approachable attitude towards fashion. As a result, older individuals wearing t-shirts can indeed inspire a sense of style among their peers. I would not typically purchase t-shirts as souvenirs when I travel. Instead, I prefer to invest in items that can be used for home decor and last for many years, such as handcrafted decorations or local artwork. While t-shirts can serve as a mementos, anyone know this word? They tend to have limited lifespan and may not hold the same sentimental value over the time. I believe that souvenirs should be evoke lasting memories and enhance my living space. Therefore, I often seek out more meaningful and durable keepsakes during my vacations. Okay, we have used, there are many words we know, but we didn't use it while providing the answers. I think we discussed different things today more than.
Ma'am, I
Okay,
feel like these answers are maybe targeting more than 8 bands or 9.
yes, this is written in the first page of our book, and I am saying these are too much long. Like I think we need to also speak a little bit longer.
Yes, because I have watched some of the videos on YouTube, and those who are getting 6 or 6.5 bands or even 7, so their vocabulary is not that much fancy which I'm seeing in this book. So they're simply like pronouncing the word correctly and using linking words and compound or complex sentences, and apart from it maybe conditional sentences.
Yes, I think um, from tomorrow onwards we would like to give answers a little bit more at length instead of making it more shorter.
Yes. I think it would be better if we can write these questions on maybe some AI tool.
And then
Then it will provide us like maybe 2 to 3 sentences after after we provide our answers.
all right, so you can do this thing and you can provide your insight which you got after doing this activity.
Okay. Okay, I will check it
Okay.
later.
All right. So let's end this session because we have time for the next session.